Welcome to PVT Express News. Subscribe to the channel to not miss the hottest news. Today it's time to share with you all the breaking news of the entertainment industry. Yangzi's Long Love and Cheng's Lotus House are completed. On July 21st, historical fantasy drama Lovesickness and martial arts historical drama Lotus Tower were officially announced. The fantasy historical drama Lovesickness is scheduled to officially air on July 24th. The play stars Yangzi, Zhang Wani, Deng Wei and Wang Hongyi, with Tan Jianxi as the special lead actor. Lovesickness is adapted from the novel of the same name by Tong Hoa. In ancient times, humans, gods and demons lived together, and Shen, Xianyuan and Gaoxin were the three kingdoms. Xiao Yao's cousin, Xianyuan Prince Shen, played by Zhang Wani, traveled across the wilderness to find Xiao Yao and arrived at the town of Qingshui. Min Xiaolu accidentally saves Tu Shanjing, played by Deng Wei, Qingxiu's dying son, and the two gradually develop feelings for each other as they spend day and night together. When Xiaolu and Shen met but didn't know each other, after much confusion they finally recognized Shen and regained their identity. House of Lotus is scheduled to air on July 23rd. The play is directed by Gu Yao and Ren Haidao, and stars Cheng, Zheng Xuanqi, Xiao Zhan Shiying, Chen Duling, Wang Heruan, Chen Han, Wu Xiao, Lu Mingrui, and Su Baihui. The play is adapted from Teng Ping's novel Lotus of Good Omen and tells the story of Li Shangyi, a master of the famous Sigo style in the martial arts world, who was seriously injured after World War I. News Clue Reporting Channel. Download the app Qilui Dian from the app market or search for the WeChat mini program Qilui Dian. 600 journalists from all over the province are waiting for you to report online. Xiao Zhan's Gu Yao successfully ends as a member. Xiao Zhan Shiying leads the summer record. Recently, the Shen drama Jade Bone Yao, broadcast by Tencent Video with the participation of Xiao Zhan, has ended successfully. Since its broadcast, Gu Yao has topped major charts, continuously set records, and received a lot of praise from domestic and foreign audiences as well as major media. Whether it was the first time in Tencent's video history that the number of comments exceeded 10 million, the popularity of an individual character exceeded 50 million for the first time in history, or the interactive bullet screen achievement exceeded 100 million, all of which demonstrate the enthusiastic market response to this oral fairy tale. From July 7th, the film landed on the world's largest online media platform Netflix and opened a global face scan mode in the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand and other countries. And Gu Yao is also rated 9.9 points on IMDb, the world's most prestigious scoring website. The overseas influence of the lead actor Xiao Zhan has improved significantly, and a large number of overseas and local fans have increased their sense of identification with traditional Chinese culture and positive energy values, different from the love-hate entanglement between the main characters of the past, the ancient puppet heroes and the elves. Whether it is the delicate and elegant service and the ultimate oriental aesthetic presented by the scene, or the beautiful special effects produced by the Earth Dragons special effects team, as well as the return of the current elves in the present era of the national and moral influences, the young people, all showing a completely different style. Redefinite. Gu Yao tells the story of Shiying, the cold and arrogant son of Kongsang, and Zhu Yan, the passionate and righteous princess of the nation of Qi, who became friends because of the kindness of a flower. The two overcome difficulties together, grow up together, and protect their homeland. In the play, Shiying carries the blood of the emperor but suffers many times. When he was young, he was rejected by everyone because of injustice. At first glance, this sadistic story is easy to fall into the cliché, because of the delicate and multi-layered interpretation of the sole character Shiying played by Xiao Zhan, as well as the strict and heavy concept of family and country and the chivalrous core of the story. It becomes different. Shiying, the priest played by Xiao Zhan, has jumped out of what the public has seen in the past. The cold and noble ordinary image is equivalent to facial paralysis. There is a little shyness, a bit of playfulness, and the innocence characteristic of young people also has a restrained, resolute and assertive side, which gives the character's image a more vivid appeal. Xiao Zhan's deep and expanded understanding of the characters helps the characters in the play not be flattened and thick-faced. In the play, it is set that Shiying is the son of the queen, the heir to the empire who was determined to care about the people and the common people since childhood, and also the young teacher who is the commander of Joey Mountain and educates people with magic. At the beginning of the story, when Shiying accepted the first disciples in Joey Mountain, he expounded his understanding of establishing fate and establishing Tao. What is a student of the law? The virtue of mastering the gods can be the heart of all things, the way of following the four seasons is to save Li Yuan from danger. If you don't have this heart, don't enter my door. The lines here are adapted from Hanku Four Sentences, pointing out the main purpose of protecting the common people, and the story echoes from the beginning to the end. In the final battle between Shiying and the god of destruction Gu Yao, he asked, "What is a law student?" This is a chivalry unique to China, and this is a fairy tale unique to China. Nuwa sacrificed her life to mend the sky for the common people, and Hui shot the sun for the common people. In the inheritance of Chinese history, the values of family and country first, righteousness first, are also a new exploration and return of value to the routines of fairy tale dramas. Knowing fate but not accepting fate, the mortal body killed the gods and resisted. What do those who study the law do? To save Li and Yuan from danger. From being a teacher to the end of the first life in the country and family, in love and reason, in the shadow of time, but seeking the compassion and kindness of the heart, 2 deaths and 3 lives, fighting with life. When Weipa published 2 articles to comment on Gu Yao, saying that this Oriental fantasy not only meets the emotional needs in terms of value and connotation by virtue of the triple direction of creation, but also allows excellent traditional Chinese culture to find value and spiritual dimension in the most common popular literature and art, all sentient beings, saving the people, have a deep love. From the beginning of the broadcast to the finale, Yu-Gi-Oh has attracted a high degree of attention and heated discussions on social media. The audience gave high praise for the rigorous logic of the plot, the hidden back and forth echoes, the expression of the characters' characteristics and the beautiful national style aesthetic scene, and the time shadow played by Xiao Zhan, with its amazing costumes and excellent performance, has won extremely warm praise and love from many audiences. Along with the growth of Shiying, everyone was emotionally tuned in with joys, sorrows, and joys. They lamented their admiration for the tenacity of love, the benevolence and filial piety of the Son of Man, the virtue of teachers, and even more their admiration for the righteousness of dedicating themselves to the country. What do law students do? To save Li Yuan from danger. Shiying's initial oath and final practice hit the audience's soul directly, triggering extremely strong emotional resonance. Under the contemporary social values, Yu-Gi-Oh uses the traditional and simple Chinese spirit of chivalry and benevolence and family and country first to open up the connection across the past and the present, and become a masterpiece that inspires our cultural heritage. During the show's broadcast period, as a high-quality good show, it aroused phenomenal heated discussions, and it still has a strong long-tail effect after the finale. On various social media, many classic lines about Shiying are well known and discussed by the public. I have heard in books that the autumn in Shihuang is majestic and majestic. You can see the sunset on the long river and the lonely smoke in the desert. In fact, not only Shihuang, but the entire Yunhuang, I want to travel and see the beautiful Jiangnan like a painting. The topic of hashtag was quoted by many official travel media and a large number of audiences. Everyone posted the beautiful scenery of various parts of the motherland and shared their love for the mountains and rivers of the motherland. The most classic line of the play is, "What is the law student?" The virtue of mastering the gods can be the heart of all things, and the law of the 4 seasons is the way to save Li Yuan from danger. It not only aroused unprecedented resonance and recognition from the audience for the chivalrous feelings of the family and country, but also generated heated discussions on the original intention of the enterprise in various industries. Door Initiative. Jade Bonebody has become an oath for all walks of life to inquire about their original intentions and boost the spirit of the industry. Back in our era where we are all mortals, everyone has their own ideals, persistence, and direction they want to protect. It is home country, all beings, and even more ourselves. The public's heartfelt pride and love for the motherland and the country's righteousness and chivalrous spirit triggered by Gu Yao are essentially the beliefs and feelings passed down by each of us in the gestation of Chinese culture. It is the simple and hot initial heart hidden in the chest of our Chinese nation for thousands of years. No matter in any era, this original heart leads us to brave difficulties and forge ahead. Being able to trigger such a positive discussion is the duty of an excellent work with a solid background. And it is also the reason why it can be praised by the audience. We have been looking forward to such excellent works. In addition to the enjoyment of visual beauty and the sharing of the fate of the characters, what we also look forward to is the recognition and return of simple values in a cultural heritage. The impact on the younger generation is far greater than the electronic mustard that is only indulged in love. The era needs such works, and it also needs such serious practitioners. Borrowing from the microblog posted by the young actor Xiao Zhan, who played the role of Shiying, at the end of the show, "You and I are all members of the crowd, and every step of the choice is extremely precious. Guard, persist and cherish, you have done a good job." Whether it is Gu Yao in Ace Troop, or Xiao Zhan Shiying in The Sea and Dream, and now Jade Bonyao, Xiao Zhan has been telling stories about the power of choice and choice of ordinary people, digging deep into the characteristics of characters that can be touched and resonated by the public, and conveying positive energy of works is also Xiao Zhan's original intention as a literary and art worker. What kind of choice will he tell in the next Sui Hark story about Gu Jing's The Great Hero? This is really worth looking forward to. Listen, the spring breeze will come soon. If you found this newsletter useful, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Have a nice day and full of energy.